Okie dokie. Oh, I've been waiting for days. Finally, it's Friday. Work's done. Relax. Nothing left to do than exploring this. Let's go. Bigger. Very excited.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Oh, here we go, that's us. Okay. 6 points to give away for attributes. Strength, dexterity, mind, intelligence, perception, charm, and temperament. What is to
I just hope your brain's quicker than your hands.
Oh, hold on. Oh my god. Alright. Strength affects melee weapon damage and how much I can carry. That's nice.
Very low likelihood of explosive cell death.
Alright. Dexterity, melee attack speed, reload speed.
I see you had a knack for misappropriation.
Okay, intelligence. Critical hit. Oh, that's nice.
Finally, evidence of intelligent life in Halcyon.
Perception.
I bet you really can believe it's not Borst.
charm, companion ability, refresh.
You're going to have people hanging off you like tumors on a cysty pig.
Funny. And temperament.
If you were any more composed, you'd be a symphony.
I'm really tempted to go with a full personality build here.
You've been commonly described as odious and boorish.
So that might be interesting.
I wonder if you've ever considered a career in pictures.
Yeah, let's try that. That's gonna be interesting. Let's go with a full personality build here. Alright. So then later we also go with engineering. Let's give some extra points there. Let's stick with our strength. Inspirational. How do I assign points? Can't assign points. What the heck's going on? Well, 2 points available. Okay. Next. Points placed in the core skill will increase. Oh.
Chairman material. Or at least captain.
Increase medical engineering.
I hope we haven't lost that silver tongue to frostbite.
Alright, let's go with that. Aptitude. Determination. Engineering. Inspiration. Tossball team mascot, that's funny. Again, I want to keep pushing, thinking about inspiration or persuasion. Let's go with persuasion.
I can be reasonably sure you know how to add and subtract.
Appearance. I gotta go. Female. Let's have a look. You gotta wait for a second to adjust, and then it's like, oh yeah, it's a normal face. When they switch, they're kind of freaky. Okay, we go with this one. This one. actually nice. It's nice. Hair. Hairstyle. I remember that was weird because it kind of mixes all the styles. Can I go back a bit somehow? No. Yeah, I remember that's kind of odd. I mean, look at this. Right, it's just weird. I'm gonna go with this. And hair color. Gosh, as much as I can see it. Yeah, we go with this. No facial hair. Give me a break. Would you put makeup on? We go crazy lady. I think that looks pretty good. Old lady or younger lady? Let's stay with this. Alright, name. I'm gonna actually stick with my name. There we go. Alright, I think we're happy with that. Summary, all good. Yes.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend. Not likely, bootlickers.
Initiate skip jump.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 10%. If drive
Shit.
evaporated.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? A bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
I mean, the theme is just incredible. I love it. The Halcyon Observer. Remember the hope.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land.
Funny.
Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Let's not skip this.
Ah, you've landed. Good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
So one thing I gotta be right away honest, having played it before on the PC with Steam, the downgraded graphics are very downgraded. I gotta be honest. Very downgraded. Very. Let's see how that comes.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little
I didn't
exchange
kill
for my
that guy in
report.
my previous play.
Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. Better, thanks to you. I might have bled out on my own. Or worse, had to go begging the boss for some Adrena time. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
Let's go with that.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time. The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a Provisioners for a can of our famous salt tuna.
So, we didn't live.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell is...
What is that? Tactical time dilation. Press R. Alright, cool. Probably want to try that. Oh, damn. Hacking. Okay.
of here before you get yourself killed. Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. Really? How is he? Shouldn't have done that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand physicians. We'll see him back to Edgewater, just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son. Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. And it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
I just earned a fine bonus.
Let's pick up all this great stuff.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
Okie doke. Okay, let's go inside.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements.
Anyway.
I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Great name.
Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
That's pretty cool. It's the guy who previously was here, probably not called Captain Hawthorne either. Okay, level up. Okay, let's go on view in the ledger. Every time you level up, you earn skill points. Points are rapidly to special skills up to 100. Alright. Okay. I'm happy with that. You can come on your companions. Okay. Find a power regulator. Okay. Now I see. Okay. Alright, we got that. It's all good. Let's keep going. Gotta find a power. I gotta just look around the ship. Oh, I remember last time I played it, I was actually...
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
I remember I was actually thinking it looks a lot like the Firefly. Like Serenity. Let's get out.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, ma'am, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Very well. God, it's too easy. Okay, let's go. And yes, we want to make our way there. It is really quite incredible how the graphic is sort of really shitty. Going. Gotta be honest, I'm thinking if it's more appropriate to play it on the... I mean, if we're on the go, okay. I gotta say I didn't expect it to be quite that bad.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices.
Oh my god.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, you guys.
If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer? Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see? Four workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little. Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
Alright. Get in. Probably be quite interested to see what other people kind of thought comparing about well, I'm thinking about the graphics. Keep talking about the graphics, but it is definitely bugging me a little bit. I think more than a little bit, otherwise I wouldn't keep talking about it. It's such a gorgeous game when you play it on the PC. definitely suffer quite a lot in the port. Alright, let's go. Actually, where can we see my selecting perks? Alright, don't mind getting some perks. What do we got? Tough. Slow the world. Lone wolf. Walk speed. Sprint speed. Companion critical chance. Base armor. Armor stack. I'm gonna go with this because I am kind of focused on getting companions here. Oh wait, I want to check journal. Yeah, so we don't let's keep going. Let's go check out. Let me go in here. Why you always lift your freaking gun? Not much going on here. Let's hold off with the stealing here a little bit.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Oh my god.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you? I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Oh, that's lovely.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. You're the first stranger to wander into town in an age. Scripture tells us that nothing happens without reason. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
I just want to generate
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
I'll see a real problem here. Alright.
Good law, no. I don't want you killing anyone, least of all them. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Oh god, what could go wrong?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
Right.
That is not a hypothetical I enjoy entertaining. We need Adelaide back. Nonetheless, I will settle for the return of her followers. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
Oh, something tells me she won't. Alright, let's go for it.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you.
Yeah, I need people.
You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get going. Okay, we've got a companion. Combat support. Increase your carrying ability. That's good. Alright, let's go and have a look at this then. My companion, there she is. Okie dokie. Armor management. Probably should wear this. Probably should wear. Maybe know a good idea. Inside. Alright, never mind. Map. This companion ledger shows everything I need to know about her. Okay, that's her armor. I can't unlock perks with her. Behavior. Distance, close, maxed mode, aggressive. Follow distance, stay close to the player. Alright, that's fine. Stay close. Okay. Okie dokie. Stranger in the land. So now we're gonna go do the thermal power plant. Okay, let's go. Is she coming? She's coming. Okay.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
But we're doing that.
Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry. Can we? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
What does she say? That's not the only side of the tale. Figures.
Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place. I don't know anybody well. I mostly listened to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident. Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the words. If Mr. Thompson ain't of a mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt, if you can get out to her. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. It don't seem right to me, ma'am. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Alright.
Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Yeah, I don't know how the vicar is gonna help there. Okay. 86 meter that way, 50 meter that way. So I guess, alright, let's go this way. That's probably where Mr. Vicar is. I go from this side. Oh, mother. God, okay.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Oh, man.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons.
Oh my god.
Does that strike you as a responsible life choice? Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book. It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it. Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always...
Yeah. Okay, come on, let's go, sweetie. Okay, let's go this way, that's the way out. Or one way out, at least. Sultana Cannery. The only source of protein a busy worker needs. Salt tuna. Is that like salted tuna or something? Okay. Let's go down this way. Oh, there's a long ass way. Funny enough, I know there's a guy here we can talk to, isn't there?
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every cent.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff. I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling. The war, the coming apocalypse, man versus machine. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies. Just my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real close. Automechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant.
Not quite as well we go.
Clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising.
Sounds like they're broken.
When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
Oh, you cray. Let's go with him.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Some tuna cans, mostly. Some Spacer's chaw. Few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid. Enlistment fees. Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the Resistance a bad name. They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back. Mechanicals got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing.
Alright. Let's go for it. See if there's anything else in here. Workbenches. Hospital stick. Alright. What's this here? I don't need any of this stuff. Oh, I like this. It's moving now. Up there, there's some moving. Anywho, let's go this way then. Kind of totally on the wrong freaking side now, aren't we? Make more sense to stay outside or? More interesting. All right.
Aw, he ain't no threat. Bet I could fix him up smart.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
Oh dear.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to. Yep, I see the problem. His nav mod got dislodged. Must have taken a tumble. Just gotta give it a good push and wait for the click. There we go. Jeremy's good as new. Well, new by Spacer's Choice standards anyhow. His name's Jeremy, by the by.
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
On account of I fixed him. And he's Jeremy on account of his helmet. It's like Jeremy, the officer in True Romantic Tales of the Space Guard.
Oh my gosh, this is nuts.
Hebs to Shirley. I make a point to watch every Tuesday night. Be more careful out there, Jeremy.
Self-diagnostics initiated. Please do not disturb.
Anything else useful laying around? Oh, definitely there's crap laying around here, isn't there? Okie doke. Where we're going. What's
Heading out. Sure.
Does she follow me? Oh, yeah. What does that do? I probably can switch between people. Oh, a compass. What does a compass do? Great, doesn't really show up anywhere. Program's barrel. Passcode. Compass can be used to locate magnetic north. Not for use. That's kind of cool. Does it actually work? are you, little guy? Kinda cute. A sprat. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna have a quick break. Be right back. Right back. Okie dokie. I am running up this way. Where is my... Huh? Oh, there you are. Oh gosh, it's all over the place. 1 second. Okay. stone upgrading it. I have no flaws, I'm perfect. I don't know why do I have 10 skill points available. Why did this drop? What happened? Super confused right now. Okay, what happened? Sorry, I'm just super confused what happened. Okay, at least we know where he's from. Or just wait until he goes past that canister to take care of him. Oh. Be careful there. There you are. Where'd she go? Oh, there. And there's still one on the side, isn't there? Oh, this is me going nuts. Okay. Let's go. Okay, gotta repair shit. I'll get it. Yeah, it's not too bad. Wait, here we go. Low pressure helmet, level 2. Oh, it's better. Nice. I like that one. Oh no, that's interesting. How can I rotate through my weapons? Let's have a think about this. This. Don't know what any of this stuff really does, but I like to pick up stuff. Very nice. Okay, anyway. Let's get back to the mesh.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
The fuck is he talking about?
A geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you. Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
Ah, sure that's not true.
Well, look at you, buzzing around the Aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her. It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere. Appreciate it. Honest.
Okay, yeah, maybe we get to it. But more importantly, let's talk to the lady. Oh, that's...
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned. A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose.
Let's see about
like
that.
The spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil. We put down new roots. It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject. Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then? Make amends. Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
No question.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do. Well, if it's all the same to you, then you ought to divert power over to us, shut down Reed's cannery, and scrap it for parts. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
Oh, my dear.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
So what we're gonna do, make your point clear.
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
What should we do?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
I'll consider.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Right. Let's see what we can do. Is there anything else you're gonna pick up here? Anyone here maybe? No. Well, let's test our conscience then. What do we got here? That's kinda cool. Hello? Huh. Okie dokie. Where's the exit here? Here. What's this? What's going on here? Oh. Oh, nice. There's a lot of stuff in here. Plasma rifle. Tempting, tempting, tempting. But we're not here. Steel. Just want to get out of here. Here we go. What the? Oh my god! Look at this. A rat chicken. Talk. I want to talk to you. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Talk. Just pointing. Okay. Gotta go 190 meters this way. I guess we're gonna go out of here and then right. Probably. Oh man. Go up here. Is that the right way? Wait, there's a map somewhere, isn't there? Map. Okay, there. That's where we gotta go. Okay, yeah, might as well. Let's go the right way then. Yeah, okay. Hello, thanks for watching. I said when I started I used to play this a little bit. Not even as far as I'm now actually, on the PC on Steam. And I was really excited. Nice. To pick it up on the Switch, because we do a lot of streaming here on the Switch. However, I gotta say they really downgraded graphics. If you've seen it on the PC, then seeing this is really tough, to be quite honest, to play. How the fuck did we get in here? I haven't done anything to us.
Beginning security patrol.
Oh, they do a lot of messages. Oh my goodness. Come here then. Come here. continue. Yeah, that's exactly how it felt. Okay, I need to put my stuff on. Properly playing this here. I'm not used yet in this game that anything shoots back at you. Alright. I guess when we earlier fixed that other robot, I was kind of expecting, oh yeah, maybe if you fix them, then it won't attack you right away. That was clearly a bit of miscalculated. Where are we now? Oh, here we are, back here. Alright, okay. Let's have a look, because I've got this low pressure mask that has a lot more armor, so I wonder if that one has, oh yeah, that's nice. And does it look, yeah, it kind of looks sort of cool too. Okay, let's stay low. Another one. The scientist. Yeah, he didn't make it very far, did he? Alright, we've got to get to... Where do we have to go to? I think we have to go pretty much to get to the other side of this place. Let's go this way. Figure out the controls here a little bit. What we got here? Nice. Oops. I have these moments where I just mess up and can't remember which button is what. Okay. Alright, we are walking.
I always wanted to poke around in here.
Look, where you go? Oh. Alright, there's a canister there, which is good. Don't wait for this guy to turn around. Be a little bit careful here. I mean, you don't have to tell me now, I tend to be overly cautious with stuff like this, but I do like the sneaking around. close are you coming? How close are you getting here? It's a little bit in when I played Zelda for so much. I played Zelda for so much that kind of when I zoom into these kind of guns, I sort of expect that I can move the remote or move the controller and then it moves, but it doesn't. It does. Oh, hello. Alright.
Searching for unauthorized person.
Oh dear.
Suspicious data acquired. Investigating.
Get ready!
That went well. Anybody here? Good. Parts. More parts. More parts. More parts. Nothing. Doesn't matter. Alright, let's go inside. Let's have a look. Sonny, I played for, what, an hour and a half? I'm already a lot further than I used to play. And I probably started, and it's one of those things when you really, really like a game. You really, really want to play it, and you restart it 2 or 3 times. Every time thinking, this is the time. I'm sticking with it. And then something comes up. This is why I tend to get now more games on the Switch, because it gives me a little bit more flexibility to, you know, occasionally play on the road, or so that's kind of handy for the older side of the family here.
The control room should be off to the right.
Oh, a vendor. Never seen a vendor here. Let's check it out. Vending machine. Oh, I get it. What have we got? Can I sell? That's more important though. The question. What do we have? Weapons. Interesting. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Okie doke. Alright, okay, let's maybe go for selling here a little bit. Lots of stuff here. A couple of those here. What is this? What I got here? What's a 6.2? What is that? Sell value. Some of this sell value a lot lower. Is it just condition? No, funny enough it isn't. What's the difference? 17, 15. Oh no. Get rid of you. I'm gonna get rid of you. Keep the option there. We're gonna keep it. I don't know what any of that shit is for. I'm gonna keep it dope.
I hope we're doing the right thing.
Don't know if I should keep this stuff. Okay. So I guess this is where we came in. Was that where we came in?
Beginnings.
Incoming!
Oh god. just found out what the vendor is good for. Let's go back to it. Okay, let's go and get a bit of ammo here. What do we need? Heavy ammo, I think, right? I think so. Let's test it out. Select amount. Let's maybe go with this and then just double check. Yeah, that is the right one. Okay. Alright. And let's get as many as we can. I mean, we still could. That's fine. That's better than we started off with. Let's pursue that. Don't want to get stuck here. Use the terminal. Plans status. Okay, redirect power. Okay. Please hold on. Error. Manual override. Oh god damn it. What now? What now?
Something you need?
Yeah, what the heck's going on?
That's on account of how I never met her. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here. Well, I don't know about Norm. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
Right, let's go. Okay, so we've got to do...
3 switches. That'll be easy enough.
Yeah, right. Okay, let's go for it. Yeah, I don't think it matters. Oh man. What have we got here? Oh man, does it make sense to read those? Access lock. That. Okay.
Okay.
investigating.
Here they come! Take cover! We did it!
Yeah, we did it. 20 shots left. What's going on there? I didn't see that guy at all. I better pick up some useful stuff. All the wrong ammo. All the wrong ammo. Nothing here. Nothing useful. Alright, let's turn on the generator here.
Just two more.
Yeah,
What'll
I can
happen
count
to Miss
3
McDevitt's
on.
folk if we send
Get
power to the Vale?
See if there's something. Oh, hold on. Got a kitty here that wants to go out. Here we go. Okay. Let's see if there's something useful going on in here. Ooh,
Self-diagnostics complete. Navigation systems operational. Combat systems operational. It's not the best choice. It's the spacer's choice. All systems fully operational. Return journey successfully completed.
Very nice.
Spacer's Choice would like to thank you for complying with your duties. Hostile actions towards Spacer's Choice mechanics are contrary to logical directive. Conclusion: all hostile automechanicals must be defective in compliance with Spacer's Choice policy. All defective automechanicals must be permanently dismantled. Please allow me to assist. Affirmative. Mechanicide protocols loaded. Awaiting confirmation.
Very nice. What we got here? Okay. Oh, good, we got a little bit of ammo. Okay, now where do we have to go next? Let's have a look if that map shows me the inside. Yes, it does. Looks like we gotta go up the stairs. Over there. Funny, you know he's going the right way.
You're not real. You're not real.
Got a crazy person around. Let's have a look who's talking.
Get away!
Okay, let's go this way.
You're not real. You're not real.
Let's check it out.
Oh, you got that? Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
The workbench. Never used the workbench. Okay, what can we do in here? Modify and repair. mods do I have to install? Huh. Yeah, no, not if that can't be recovered. I don't see the point. Tinker. Or go with it. Okay. So what if let's see if I can go through them already use it.
Oh. Unexpected. Performing an
Incoming!
area sweep now. Unable target located.
Everyone all right?
I want to hope if I'm one of those energy plasma rifles or something. I'm getting a lot of energy or whatever cells there are.
Where to go? If we send the power to Mrs. Veil, what happens to the Veil?
System. Sweeping the area. Halt.
That did not go well at all. Oh dear. Oh gosh, let's see where we come out of here. Oh, alright, it's not the worst. Okay, so the question is, where the fuck are you going? Why don't you come with me?
Go away, Phantom!
Where's the guy talking here?
You're not real! You're not real!
Let's go and find him maybe first.
Go away, Phantom! Not real. You're not real.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Just leave me alone.
Oh, cool. I like me working.
You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Scram. You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not good.
Of course. Do excuse me. I experience brief flashes of mania during which I am visited by the phantoms of my imagination. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
Yeah.
Hard to say. By my reckoning, Higgins has been here somewhere between 2 weeks and forever. My recollection's a touch fuzzy these days.
I think we should kill him.
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant. I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons. You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer.
Oh, God.
I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
I like that.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at.
Okay.
Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
Okay. Let's for now. Where is that place? Next door. Hold on. Okay, we've got to go upstairs. I don't know, I'm sort of tempted to kill the guy. Let's see how she reacts. But I think we should kill the guy. I think he has more. But he's hiding.
Here we go! Don't mess with us.
Okay. Nothing. That is super disappointing. It's really nice. Yeah, okay, come on, let's... In that case, let him live. I don't need to kill people. We never know when they come back. You never know what happens if you let them live. Got a little bonus at the end or whatever. Plus, I am a nice guy. Most of the time. At least now we know there's no point in attacking him. Okay. So where's that room? It's gotta be on the other side. Tricky thing is we don't... I'm not sure. That was the same room I went in earlier. Oh, look, interesting. So there's one... Okay, so now I can check on the map. So this comes down to power. How can I change floors here? says there, change floors. Tap, but it doesn't let me change floors. What's going on? I want to change floors. Pan, zoom, center, set active, back, change floors. What the heck? That's the routing switch. Let's go and check it out then. What's the one up there? What's this? Control terminal. Modify behavior. Okay, guard modes. Guard mode targets. Select new target. Error. That's fine. Define intruders. Spaces choice. Auto mechanicals. There we go. Select mode. Select new mode. Can't do that. Okay. Now see what happens. Right. Go in here. Gonna go back down. Mainly because I really want to know what happens now. Okay. Down. Let's flick that switch. Over there. My thing, that's interesting. Oh.
Now switching to garbage disposal.
I let them deal with it.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
No need to interfere.
Unexpected. Searching for unauthorized persons.
Here they come! Everyone all right?
Okay, I can go through here now. Nice. That makes sense. Controls are a little bit fiddly here. Go. Next control.
Want to go. If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil?
System.
Incoming!
How do you do it? sort of picked up everything that matters. Is there anything else that I need to pick up here? Or should? Oh. Interesting stuff. I think that's it. So now we gotta go back. Oh no, where's my jump? Here. I'll jump over this. I can't, can I not? Oh my god, you can't. Alright. Oh, I can go down here. Okay. Oh, it's just annoying. Okay. Around here. Running dangerously low on ammo. Pretty sure this is the right way. I think. Yeah. And then we have to go through here and up. I think. Nope. Oh, there we go.
Once we do this, there's no going back. Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
I do.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished. That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way. Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred? Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
I like the middle one.
Really?
Yep.
I mean...
Alright. What are we gonna do? What should I do? What should I do? Any opinions are more than welcome. Should we get it to Edgewater or should we get it to the laboratory? Your call. If anyone's watching, make your choice. I think we're gonna go with Edgewater. Got a new one. God, I didn't take it. That's annoying. Alright. I think we should really bump this up as quickly as possible. Okay.
I think you did the rightest thing you could, sending the power back to Edgewater. You mean about the mission being too clean? I know, but Vicar says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicar sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass. I think there's something higher and greater than us.
Alright. Reputation I want to have a look at. So, Space's Choice. Oh, they're still neutral. That's interesting. That is interesting. We just took their power supply. They're still neutral. Brilliant. Okay. So now, I guess I want to get out of here. Can I fast travel now? Probably need to get out of this place to fast travel. Of course, we need to find a way out of this place. I think it's this way. Ah, crap. How do I get out? No. I came in here. I went down here. I'm coming through here. Yeah, here we go. This is where we gotta go. Oh man, nearly got lost there. So now we're gonna need, obviously, to get that power thing, which we know. What, you get from the botanical garden? Do I get this right? Let's check. Journal. Retrieve. Yeah, you say that, but something tells me. Oh no, they're not scavenging, boy. Okay, can I get out of here? Can we destroy this thing here? F10. Get my power thingy. Oh, can't go this way. Alright. Go up and around. Now let's see, I found it interesting that they're neutral to me. See if that's the case when I actually get there. Could of course be that only when I start killing them that it will update that. I could see that be the case. Alright, go in here. The guard lady's gone. Don't lose any time. No chit chat. Oh, what's going on? Something's happening.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Yeah. Look, I just sealed. Crap. Just want to get in here. That's all I want. Gonna have to kill all these guys now or what? Oh, come on. There we go.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing.
True.
Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it? You killed my garden, destroyed my community, sentenced my flock to a lifetime of slavery in Edgewater for a power regulator. Well, shit, I wish it was personal. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility.
Yeah, no problem.
And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management. My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick.
Oh, gosh.
We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment.
Okay.
So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together. Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and the secret is human corpses.
Oh, crap.
I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. Edgewater Cemetery's got corpses aplenty. Enough for a generation's worth of crops.
Oh my dear. Okay, look. And let's go.
What do you think you're doing?
Really?
Just keep your fingers to your own self, okay?
Can't believe that's what he gets upset about and freak out. That's funny.
everybody keeps staring at me? It's not my fault the power's dead. Whoa, Miss Parvati. You're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Oh my god.
Are you, are things safe out here?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no. I'm just along with this lady here.
I seen you wandering around here. You don't look like you're coming from town. Never heard it phrased in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we? Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair. I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads. Would you? I've been thinking about going back. I get sick thinking about working. I mentioned those manuals on mechanical engineering. Suppose if I had one of those, I could go back to read and make a
Oh man, really? Oh, come on.
Marauders can't see us in the dark. Wild canids, on the other hand. The matter's been weighing on me. I'm staying put until I know what's become of Zoe.
Oh, God.
Don't want that question haunting me all...
Okay. We gotta get him a manual. We gotta figure out... Oops. Gotta figure out the Zoe thingy. Oh, man. Okay. Find the 3 volumes. Search Zoe's home. Let's do this one then. Where is Zoe's home? Back there. Alright, let's go. Let's go this way. Take a look then. Oops. So that's it then. No more Edgewater for me, no more cannery, no more jumpsuits and gloves. Yes, ma'am, and would you like another's? I'm writing this down. I think I have to look back. Okay, how's that gonna freaking help me, ain't it? Oh, it says good news, I'm alive. She wants to be a marauder. Can I not just tell her? Come on, she went there by choice. What's the point? Come on.
Food's bound.
I'm not in the lightest of humors right now.
Blah, blah.
I'll tell you... Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows... What it...
Oh, I don't care. I gotta go and get out of there. Okay. Oh, lucky I didn't fall away. Oh, what's the 57 meters here? Oh, nada. Alright. Should have a bit more ammo here. Let's save this here. What's this? Huh. Funny. Very well. Let's at least maybe hopefully pick up some. Oh my god, how many of these necklaces? That's crazy. We open this. Let's go for it.
Wow.
Here we go.
What the heck happened? I think I stepped twice on the mine there. Awkward. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't pretty. That was not pretty. Let's see where I saved last this time. I don't think it was too bad. But I might have to kill these initial guys again. Let's have a look-see. Okay, we got them all. Alright. A leg. There's lots of stuff in it. Is this the same leg? No, man. Thinking about it, I suggest that I'm playing this with my little one. Not sure how appropriate that would have been. He's 12. I mean, I guess would have been okay.
Oh, clever.
Alright. So now maybe we're gonna save this very quickly. And then oops, go down. Oh, that's not a bad idea. So where are... Oh, I got a bit of an arm ratio, don't I? Okay, hold on. Let's check this out. How low am I? 65%. That's okay. $52%. Alrighty. Okay, so where are these? Let's go this way.
I don't know anybody who ever came out this far.
Okay. So, it's got a few marauders in there. Okay, gotta be smarter about this. Maybe we start with not stepping on a frickin' mine. Yeah, that would definitely help. Okay, let's give it another go. Let's give it another go. Okay.
Okay, keep it quiet.
I mean, there are definitely loads of people right alongside there. So I think back this way was probably okay. Just caught out by the mine. What? 1, 2. Oh, and there's so many people. Okay, what if I could... Oh dear. Oh, that is Zoe Chandler.
I don't know anybody who ever came out this far.
Thing is, with with the quality of the screen, actually hard to spot. It's kind of part of the issue here.
You want what? Adrenatime? Yeah, I'll get you some.
Interesting. Does that mean she's gonna leave and go somewhere? Oh yeah. Just gotta be patient here. Okay, come on. Let's go this way. Let's follow her. Look where she goes. My only concern are the mining over there. How do we get past these guys? Okay, I think we gotta go around. Mines, gotta keep a good eye out for mines. Look at this. Oh no, mines. Stay out of the way. I get these freaking mines. Okay, can I jump on this? No, of course I cannot. Ah! How do I get to her? Is she moving again? She's definitely not far. Let me hold on. Let's go up here. We can have a bit of a view. Okay, let's save this quickly, because I'm not sure, are we meant to kill her? I think not, probably have to talk to her. But, I gotta talk to her to get past these mines. And this is not easy. How do we get it on here? Let's try that. I mean, I can shoot that far.
Here we go!
Look at this. I immediately know where we are. That's insane. She's leaving.
That's smart! Down they go!
Let's see if this. so hard. Ooh. Ouch. Oh, come on. Run away. Was sort of weird at the same time as well. Okay, let's try something else. Kind of everything calmed down after the first explosion, after a bit of shooting. I'm not quite sure why. See, where the fuck did she go now?
Stand and deliver! Always wanted to say that.
Oh man. Okay. So many. Okay, that kind of surprisingly worked. More light ammo. Don't need any of the light ammo stuff. Heavy ammo, there we go, that's better. Okay, got another one there. That's me. That's fine, I'll take it here. More light ammo. Just carefully go back in here. First thing, the little savior. I don't know how we managed this. Sort of weird a little bit, but okay. See if we can talk to her.
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways. What? You mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them.
I like her.
You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen. Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong. And no serial dramas. I've been thinking about going back. I just gotta know if Lord Cavendish really is the masked marketeer. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to. I'm great at clarifying.
Okay, actually. Alright. Start with that. Can I fast travel somehow? Tangle Garden, fast travel, yes. Nice. Good, 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 good. Now we do that weird card thingy. Whatever. Engineering thingy. I'm sure if we need, because we got the device, we can just go back to the ship. Yeah, why don't we do that? Why don't I just go back to the ship? But now I started this, I kind of want to finish it. Nah, bugger. I don't like that. Go in here. Talk to her first. So she's happy.
I'm not in the lightest of humors right now.
Why not?
We didn't always get a... Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe, the same... You pretty much did my job for me. Let me know if I can do something for you. The matter's been weighing on. Zoe came back, but I couldn't keep her from slipping out in the first place. I don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. I'm loath to admit it. We're gonna have... Listen, we go back to Reed, hat in hand, begging for our old jobs back. Well, Adelaide's not... Sure.
Home is where the heart is. Marauders took that saying a little too literally.
Okay, next thing. Yeah, these weird. Alright. Return to Ludwig. Oh, okay. Right, 3 volumes. Okay, let's do this. Now we have 215. Oh, let's go this first. Alright, let's go. Of course, it's gonna go this way. Okay. I can't do anything here. Alright, lay it out. Oh man. Alright. One where there. I think that stuff is not that far away from each other. Okay. Let's go and check it out. get this one out. Let's go in. Ooh, Spectrum vodka. Nice one. Okay. So much light ammo, I actually don't care. May as well. Let's see what we can sell. Oh, what's this here? Bolter pistol. Menu. All that stuff, huh? Alrighty. Oh, let's have a look. V1 heavy.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice.
Of course we did it. Oh, he does not look good. Oh my god. He's selecting stuff. Super annoying here.
Here we go! You got it! Got him all! He's just interested in... I'm just glad he's a... If he wants...
Oh my god, blah blah blah. Let's just keep going. That wasn't what I meant to do. I don't want to take all this stuff. Oh, nice. Take this. There we go, guide number 1. Oh, I'm an idiot. That's why it says number 2 and 3 there, because it's the exit. Oh wow, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, nice. I like this. Oh wow, I didn't see these. What are those? Primals. Oh, that's where the food's from. What's behind this number door here? Something gruesome? What the heck is this? Okie doke. We got something good here.
Nice.
First aid room. Alright. Control armor. Shotgun. And cartridges. Oh, thank you very much. Let's check this out. Oh, that's disappointing actually. Oh. That doesn't... Let's use it anyway. Looks kinda cool. Oh, I like the shotgun there. Oh, yeah. Take this out, put the shotgun in. So far, so good. Stun button. I'll take it. Oh, we sell the stuff that we don't need. Revolver. Okay. This is where we came in, isn't it? Right, back in here. Can we down in here? Okay. leave and go check out the next one. Okay. This one seems. Oh, it seems. This one is closer. I'll go this way. Might have an opportunity to try out the new shotgun. Where is this here? It's at the lower place.
Here they come!
What the hell? Man alive. What was that? Very well. Here's what it is. Let's try and find our way in there. Let's go and check what's going on out there. Oh man, let's have a look. Ooh, hey Uncle Ian, thanks for following, man. I really appreciate that. I don't know why you would do that, but I do like it. Anyway, thanks man, really appreciate it. I really mean it, eh? I really do appreciate it because I literally just enjoy playing games to the best of my individual communities. Because I mostly play alone, I do kind of enjoy when people interact, or I kind of feel a little bit I do something extra, which is awesome. And if anyone sort of enjoys that, that's great. I appreciate that. Oh, here it is. That was it. Awesome. You should tell him he's good to go. Oh, he's just nuts. Let's forget about it. There you go. Let's go up. See that joke on his toes. Pointed. Absolute disappointment. And I'm happy, by the way, to follow also stream a little bit. And I'm gonna go and check that out. Here, I think. Yes. Last one, and then, oh my god, I hope it's done. I mean, I'm a big Fallout fan. First of all, I do like this game. I really do. The graphics do bug me a little bit on the Switch. I gotta be honest, I think for regular kind of streaming, I'll probably switch and just play it on the PC, just simply because the visuals are better. And just use this to, if I get the itch to play it on the go, I think that's of course very cool to do. But sitting at home on the big screen, looking at this, I mean, what's the point? Right? Or at least that's my view. And what's the point? Get better, so much better graphics on the PC. Don't know why I'm doing this here. I wonder if I can transfer the save and continue where I'm with this, but on the PC. I gotta look that up. If I have an option, I'm gonna do that. But I'm looking forward to the old school Biohazard ones. They're cool. I'm looking forward to playing those on the Switch. And the old Borderlands as well. I got them as well. Let's go through here. I wonder if we can do. Well, yeah, I guess we can do both. If we are here anyway, might as well talk to. What's his face? See if we can get him out. Or I just kill the guy otherwise. The loads are way too long. There we go. Okay, gotta go this way. What is it supposed to be in? We're still looking after the last volume, huh? Okay. No? Okay, maybe... Oh, same thing. Maybe we have to go up. I mean, they're not aggressive to me. Okay. Okay, on this side. It's gotta be on the other side. Hello. Hello, hello. Let's check out this side. If anyone is actually listening. There we go. If anyone is actually watching, which I think they are, do me a solid. Can you just put something in the chat simply because of the whole renaming
Easy.
of the channel and everything. I know that actually chat doesn't work for me on
okay, going quiet.
Streaming app, but I want to make sure I can see it on the dashboard. If not, that would be kind of.
I'm going.
I need to fix that. So I would appreciate it if anyone's having an ear in to quickly help me to test my chat. In the meantime, what am I doing? Alright, here we go. I have no perks. I do have more skills. I'll not forward to that. Yes, gotta do it. What happened? Oh, come on. Okay, we can do her. There we go. What do we got? What are the options? More health. Increase the amount of threat she generates. Decrease. Interesting. What should I do? I think we go more health. Yeah. Let's get out of here now. If I found my way out. Let's go where I came. Here we go. So now... Hold on, can I not do the thing where I talk to the guy? What happened? He's still not... Where are you? Come here.
Be right there.
Oh, wow.
Where are we headed?
Sure, hold on. Wait. I thought I did already. Yeah, you only got one perk. What more do you want? Okay, oh, it's probably just pointed somewhere. Okay. Let me in the journal remove read edgehold. Surely it's in here, right? Yeah. Let's try to get him out. We got this one done before we go back. Run ones of the game, and that was funny.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts?
Okay, here we go.
Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's Choice.
Oh, God.
I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes. I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like... I don't believe you. Plagues are... You are disparaging our parent company. We are a Spacer's Choice Saltuna cannery. I don't understand. You say, Adelaide, the soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanist couldn't grow... You'll excuse me for being skeptical, How exactly is Adelaide growing?
Oh, what should we go with? Should we lie? Or should we tell them the truth? I mean, it is special fertilizer. It's kind of... Let's go and lie.
If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves... My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I have always tried to do right. A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show... No such thing as an honorable I do. Adelaide's found a cure for the plague.
Okay. Let's get off. Let's get out of here. And we'll do pretty well. Adelaide's not sorted. Think so? What do you think?
Where are we headed?
You're not used. If you don't know where we're heading, map. I'm gonna step out here. Can we use the map here to travel the world, or no? Oh, no, regional. Yeah, I can. Here we go. What's this here? Some quest there. Oh, don't really care. Okay, fast travel. Okay, but then gone. Accept. Yeah. It's not the worst unless it's worst. It's awesome. Although the pig looks. I'm worried about the pig. Oh my goodness. Would you eat anything that comes from that pig? Wow. Ugh. And what is she holding in her hand? Oh my god, it's like she took it right off the pig. That's what it is, isn't it? Oh. Well, I'm not a big fan of pork anyway. Alright. Oh my god, turn the alarm off. Okay, let's talk to crazy lady.
Look at that. I never thought I'd see the day that Reed... Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. You're vexing to me, you know? I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole... I need...
Okay. We've done all we could here. Pretty sure there's nothing left.
One of us want to go see what happened?
So now... I have these couple of side quests here. Not sure what's the point of that. Let's help her with this.
I know, I'm trying to think.
I think that's the only thing left, right? Let's double check. Completed. Yes. Oh, hold on. We want to return to Thomas. Want to give him that weird stuff. Where's Thomas? Thomas, where are you? Thomas. There you go, boy.
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
Yeah, I got them for you, boy.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Why can't I just say I got them all?
Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
I can't see what it is.
Well, don't keep me in suspense. Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might... 2 whole data pads? Well, don't keep me in... The geothermal plant? That's a complete set. All 3 parts. Aside from you.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Adelaide said that?
Actually, hold on.
I'm glad Adelaide...
Yeah, never mind. Don't care. Let's see what we've got. Get something cool here. Actually, that is kind of cool. I don't know, used to what's broken with it. Or is it just because it's stolen? I don't know. Okay, let's have a look. Oh. Yeah, I'll go with that. That's sweet. No, fine. We've done this. Let's see which else one we're gonna do. Journal. We do that later. We do this one and then we go back to him. Yeah, right. Let's do the quest for her. Primal nest. That doesn't look promising. Oh no, those are those monkey guys, isn't it? Okay, I'll make an executive decision. We're gonna go around this. Don't like big monkeys. That reminds me too much of. Save this, it reminds me too much. Oh, so what was the movie? Evolution, yeah. Okay, I think I figure out the whole soon firing thing here a little better now.
Nice. That doesn't look good. Okay, let's save this here again. Nearly got level 5, which is nice. Hold on. We've been here, haven't we? No.
gun, a new weapon. Oh, that's from a thingy. A plasma. Okay, can I get this out? Can I put this actually in? Can I use this? And then what we got here? This one maybe out. I know I see this level 5. This is level 7. I can't actually use it. That's why they're marked. Alright, fair enough.
That was a good thing you did, Captain. Helping to bring the deserters and Edgewater folks back together. I hope you rest well on that.
That's what you're telling me? We came all the way, this is your stuff.
Where are we headed?
That was your thing. Oh well. Okay, let's do this. 10 points. Let's see what we upgrade next. Determination. Should start upgrading this stuff a little bit. More perks, more perks. Okay, we got more stuff. I think it's probably actually not a good moment to get this. Okay. Oh, okay. That's why we haven't done it. Yeah, we gotta go somewhere else now. Oh, yeah, well, make it easy. Let's go upstairs. Maybe something useful here. A balcony. Oh, cool. Game. Some stuff. Let's go for it. Let's save this quickly.
We got this!
surprising. I thought there was more. Let's get going.
This'll be quick. That's smart. We took one down.
We have to kill more people up there. Where were they anyway? There's weird stuff in these boxes, what the heck? Okay, but now that we are up here, is there at least something useful here? This is just trash. Okay. Alright.
Easy.
Of course.
Something you need?
That's gonna be a slow way back. Well, if this is probably going to be, I'm going to stop anyway. Might as well spare you the long way back. Yeah, I'm going to call it. I'm just going to walk back, and then I'll continue tomorrow. Thanks for can you follow, and thanks for the company. Have a good night, or evening, or morning, or whatever it may be for you. Bye bye.